Breath of the Wild and Twin Peaks might not exist without this 1940s gossip columnist. This is Walter Winchell, and you probably don't know him, but he was kind of like a combination of TMZ, Perez Hilton, and someone like Hoopify or Noah Glenn Carter. He wrote a gossip column that was nationally read by up to 30 million people daily, and his radio broadcast was heard by another, quote, 20 million people from the 30s to the 50s. He was famous for trying to do his stuff at like 200 words per minute. If you've heard Conan O'Brien imitate old-timey radio guys, one of the main guys he's imitating is Walter Winchell.
This is a 1935 radio show.
Okay.
What's that you say there, Norm?
Let me see.
Norm, what's that you say? Tell us more, Norm.
I mean, tell me this wouldn't have killed on TikTok.
Joplin, Missouri. It's a baby boy for the Mickey Mantles of the New York Yankees. Detroit, Michigan. It's a baby girl, cesarean, for Marjorie Hughes, the daughter of orchestra leader Frankie Carl. She is the wife of a G-man in Detroit. Boston, Mass.
New York, baby Grank rizzes up Livy Dunn again. Will the romance work? Chicago, podcast host booed by Cub fans. Fall from grace or did she insult Pequods? Sorry. So, big time powerful guy. So powerful that he was of course friends with 20th Century Fox studio head Darryl Zanuck. In 1944, Zanuck was overseeing the movie Laura by Otto Preminger. When Zanuck first saw the finished movie, he thought the movie was so bad that he and his executives wanted to shelve it and write it off as a loss. So he forced Preminger to shoot a whole new ending in which half of the movie was revealed to be a dream. And when Winchell was in town, Zanuck showed it to him, and Winchell surprisingly loved it, telling Zanuck that he loved everything but Zanuck's new ending. So Zanuck restored the original ending, and it went on to be a big hit, eventually having a huge impact on both David Lynch and Mark Frost, who decided to make their own murder mystery revolving around a Who Killed Laura plotline called, of course, Twin Peaks. And Twin Peaks ended up being an absolute mega hit in Japan.
The entire country seems to have gone crazy over the show, which has become a national obsession.
As far back as 1991, there was a subscription TV service that was running all the episodes in a 28-hour marathon. Tens of thousands of complete copies of the show on VHS and Laserdisc, running upwards of $500 or $1,000, were sold. The largest travel agency in Japan sold hundreds of tours to where it was filmed in Washington, and tourists, quote, stayed at the lodge where Cooper stayed, ate cherry pie at the diner where Cooper ate, and lay on the beach where Laura Palmer's body lay. And several of these mega fans worked at Nintendo, including Link's Awakening director Takashi Tezuka. Link's Awakening was a weird little entry in the series that was the first to have, as series producer I.J. Aonuma put it, a proper plot, and it had a shrine that you can enter via a dream. And owls. And a whole lot of, quote, suspicious characters. In development, Tezuka suggested that, quote, we make all the characters suspicious types like in the then popular Twin Peaks. They even went so far as to meet with co-creator Mark Frost, who was a Dungeons & Dragons veteran, and gave them advice on how he and David Lynch thought about Twin Peaks. Recounting the experience of meeting with them, Frost told Verge that, they said, one of the things that we love about your show is how there's all sorts of sideways associations that can drive the story forward. I told them, don't be afraid to use dreamlike Jungian symbolism. Things can connect thematically without having to connect concretely. After that, Tezuka said, in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, all kinds of suspicious characters appeared. Having a weird little cast of characters, or suspicious types as the devs called them, became a key part of the series because of the characters in Twin Peaks like Dr. Jacoby, Nadine, and Log Lady.
You wear shiny objects on your chest.
Yes, I do.
And those characters existed in part because of how much Lynch and Frost loved old movies. For instance, naming Maddie Ferguson after Kim Novak and Jimmy Stewart in Vertigo, who are named Madeline Elster and Scotty Ferguson. And by being heavily inspired by a murder mystery about a gal named Laura in this movie Laura, which only made it to release because a gossip columnist happened to really like it. So that's the weird story of the day.
This is Walter Winchell leaving you. Good night.
Walter Winchell, same time next week, presented by Gruen, the Precision Watch.